There appears to be a chooser. There appears to be you or I, the one that dwells in the body, has an ability to choose, to prefer, to take sides. But there may be an awareness in you that this body that speaks frequently not always is unable to take sides, is unable to say, let's go this way. This is my way, you see. I am a Buddhist monk and I go this way. Or I am a Hindu and I follow the Hindu way and I don't go the Buddha way. I prefer happiness to sadness. So, what is the problem, you see? Because to the mind, it's a problem. If you can't take sides, you're a problem, you see. There has to be a problem before you are unable to take sides. You go to a football game and a member of each team, supporter club says, who do you support? Well, neither. What's the point then? Well, you see, there is no point. I happen to be here. I happen to have this opportunity to watch this game of football. I don't know why I'm here. I simply am here. And I find it very strange, difficult, unusual to be anywhere else except in the center. I have a vague recollection of what it was like before when I did used to follow a football team. Ah, which one, says them. Which one did you follow? Neither of these two. Oh, God. You used to follow a team, and now you go to a football match where the team that you used to follow is not playing, and you're here because you're here. You got a problem, Mr. Whatever your name is. And you see, that's the problem. I don't have a name. There's an acceptance of all names. Everything is projected from the center. So everything is acceptable from the center. So whichever team scores the most goals, well done. Whichever team loses the most goals, oh look. I cannot say I choose to take or not to take sides. The problem is the chooser has gone. There's no chooser with an identity that remains. Although names will come and names will go. Choices will come and choices will go. But it's not dictated by this body or the mind that dwells as this body. The center is here, always here. It's not in the middle, you see. The center is presence, is nowness, is hereness. Sometimes this body and mind is allowed to move and get lost and behave and act as if it is a person taking sides. But it's not the person that's taking sides. Life has decided to choose to be a person for that particular moment. That is why I say frequently, I don't take sides, or there is no evidence of this mind and body taking sides. I don't know who I am, you know? If you don't know who you are, how can you go to a particular side? Am I a man or a woman? See? I don't know. I am neither. I am both, and I am appearing as one. What is your name? My name is I am. Same name as everyone uses. I am. Me. I am me. Who is me? There's no one that can apologize for not taking sides, because there's no one who says I am taking sides, and no one who says I'm sorry for not taking sides, and no one saying I wish I could take sides. I. There's a body and a mind appearing, and through it is this centeredness, this beingness, this oneness, this stability. I cannot say that's a good thing or a bad thing, because there is no one here to make any judgment or opinion. People say, I don't think that's a great place to be. But who can respond to that? There's a need or a want or a desire to respond. But when you hand yourself over, your body and your mind over to that one, you don't then start fighting for room, for space, and say, no, I know you appear, I know I saw what I saw, but forgive me, I am important, so move away, It's not that you don't want to do that, or a need or a desire to do that. You are in the hands of something far, far more magnificent and majestic. And you really don't have any strong desire or urge to move away from this centeredness that you appear to be. See? That is the reward. There appears to be someone speaking, but there's no one speaking. There's simply something taking place. Very, very stable and centered, and not choosing this or that way. And the reward for this body and mind is to know that whatever is taking on the role of this body and mind has allowed this body and mind to be free and feel totally, totally, permanently present here and empty. And whatever this body and mind is doing, whether it's climbing, abseiling, bleeding, loving, laughing, walking, working, experiencing pain. All these things take place, but no effect on the one that appears to be body and mind. A very subtle shift. very uninteresting for a listener to listen to something that says, I'm not going that way and I'm not going that way. I don't want you looking for happiness or sadness. I don't want you looking for anything. Just be. Allow everything to be. With no mind. Mind will pay this body and your body and mind a great respect when you discipline it, train it, like a dog. The dog will run wild. It will do anything for you. It will jump. It will do anything. But in your life, your day-to-day worldly human life, you don't want your dog doing anything. You want your dog to be obedient, and the dog loves discipline. It wants to be obedient. It wants to serve you so well. So this body and mind has become obedient. It will take on anything, any illness, any pain, any suffering. It will complain. Frequently, you see, frequently, always the same. But when fluctuations come, when life comes through in a particular way that it wants to experience something, it will use this body and mind to experience something, and the body and mind may like it or it may not like it. You see, preferences, taking sides. But beyond and hiding at the background of this is this stable one that has selected this body and mind and make sure it is not what we call heightened pain, heightened pleasure. Like Christ on the cross. I mean, how much pain can a body and mind take to be hanging and dying slowly on a cross for days with no screaming and anguish and anger, only temporary squeals. Something, someone, the same one, the force, the source that we are all part of and inseparable from, was making sure that the pain and whatever pleasure that was received from dangling, dying on a cross was maintained, subdued, until it was revealed. Many people think it was about Jesus, the body on the cross. But it was about the one that was coming through Jesus, that remained when Jesus' body passed, that is always here, through Christ. You see? Christ, another saint who surrendered and gave up everything for the Father. It's okay to take sides, as long as you fluctuate. Don't stay at one particular side. Life is not meant to be down one path. Life is meant to be down billions of paths, but you in the center, watching every single life going down every single path. Every moment of the day, your body, your mind, or something goes down a path. Don't visualize paths, you see. It goes on directions. Inside, outside, up, down, whatever, all over. And you are the one in the center that never moves in any direction. but in a body you can have the pleasure of moving in a direction and experiencing whatever directional thing mind takes you on. Namaste.